And here. Yep, totally bunged that up. Okay. That means we're producing explosives. Why are there no beacons being launched? Do we not have any at the surface? Really? Oh, it's 20. We don't have enough buffer. We should just set that in one of these buffer chests, I reckon. Maybe here? 40 of those at hand. Look at him go. How are we doing here, by the way? Storage-wise. Oh, there's plenty of free space. No need to worry. Yeah, sure. Like, Twitch thinks there's a lot of bots, and Twitch counts them as viewers. I wouldn't mind them too much. Or they're lurking, which is also fine, you know? In fact, we love our lurkers here, and I'm not gonna unlurk you. I hope they're real people. I mean, I hope they're real people too, but sometimes reality is what it is. Yep, that's still too slow. Still waiting on stuff, so we can't do anything there. You're not real. That's fair. That is fair. Are you imaginary? I would love an imaginary friend. Can you be my imaginary friend? Okay, now we need to set the recipes of all these crushers. Oh, look at that. There's my beacons. I reckon we do ammo production in this general area. We do, however, need to get calcite into all of these guys somehow. Not to mention the ores themselves. In fact, we could probably do a split belt for the ores. What if we just change the side of all of these? That's now iron. And that's the mixed output belt. How do I keep track of all these things in this 2D jigsaw puzzle? With great difficulty, yeah. It's easier when there's stuff on the belts. But until that happens, you really just have to, you know, close your eyes and hope you're looking at the right thing. Yeah, carry me about sums it up, yeah. Okay. And then We'll bring this across here. Also, it's a lot easier to keep track of it when you're the person creating this mess. I mean, beautiful art. We need to go clean some crap from the floor. There's a guy coming tomorrow to do some maintenance on our heat pump. You have a heat pump? How fancy. Okay. Here's my plan. Copper and iron on this shared belt. Lots of buffer. Calcite from here needs to somehow wiggle its butt over here and come up this way. I'm thinking something like this. This is excess water that probably needs to be yeeted off the ship. And calcite can be split off here. I don't know what this is. Okay, so that produces the materials that we need. Yeah, this can go. We already have that. Move this somewhere. Okay. So, how do I want to arrange this? I'm thinking we do them all tall. Like we line them up like this. Except where we need them to be more better positioned relative to each other. Yeah, something like that. Except we'll probably center them on this thing. We're gonna need 2 ammo belts. I like the fact that this is on this side. It gives us a little bit of an easier time routing the pipe. However, since this is copper, we should have copper up top here instead of the iron, so we can just flip this entire thing. Get the copper up top. This is a little bit awkward. Launch more rockets. We're gonna need more of this stuff. Best 2,000 euro you ever spent. I bet you. Like, they're good. You'd like to have a heat pump, only have a heat trap at the moment? Yikes. right. The way we've positioned stuff here, we've made our ship be quite wide, which I think we're just gonna have to live with. We have plenty of thrust. And I reckon we just leave the space for future activities. Now, what needs to be on what belt? Copper wire is put on the inner one. We might need 2 inserters putting on this belt, but we can fix that later if that's the case. And that means steel and explosives, and we need explosives here as well. I think routing might then be simpler if we have the things needing explosives next to each other. Yeah. So let's do a little bit of a reshuffle. Push. Okay. So let's have explosives here. Here and here. Actually. Oh, that's annoying. Need steel up here as well, right? Yeah. Okay. Change of plans. Honestly, I think I'm gonna bring this just down. So that we can have both of these things be on the same direction. So they can be a boy band together. We can still get in our asteroids in this gap, or this gap. Either will be fine. And that means we have some options here, but more importantly, which one contains steel and iron mixed? It's the bottom one. So we'll take out steel on the right, and then we have copper here. Alright, so copper, not copper, steel and explosives. So we'll have explosives coming in here. We'll bring steel after a split up here. Then steel will continue. Steel and copper can merge because they need to come in here. Yeah. Steel and copper. Ammo. This needs to be iron plates, which will be coming from here. Then this belt here needs to be a mix of explosives and iron, which we can do like this. All right. I think that's all the production. And mark my words, chat, for once in my life, I have left space. Can you imagine? Right. The other thing we need to do on this ship is make the science. And I'm mildly worried about the biter eggs exploding on board. I know there are fancy things we can do with some absolutely disgusting belt weaving to store a bunch of the asteroids on belts because we can't have chests. And it's actually denser to store them on belts than in these cargo bays. I don't want to do that. It's a lot of hassle. How many biter eggs fit in one silo? Or one rocket, rather? $500? Okay, and how much science is that? That's 50 science. That's not a whole lot. I don't want to end up with different age eggs on the ship, because that would be bad for many reasons. Can this be controlled via circuit network? We can't enable or disable it. The biter and egg problem, yeah. Also, hey Ragnarok, how are you doing tonight? I can read space requests, but dude, I don't know. Doing well. I had a little bit of a nice snacko just a moment ago. Feeling a lot better. Was a bit grumpy earlier. Chat, do you get hangry as well? I am deeply concerned that this is not going to be enough and that we're building ourselves into a proverbial corner. You probably do, but you're always too hungry to notice it. Fair, valid. So if we were to put iron plates on the inside belt of these guys, we can make stuff work. And that's something we can do later on because we have left routing space here. So we don't need to do that right now. And we're definitely going to need productivity modules up here, so let's get those launched into orbit. Oh, we already have them. Okay, never mind. We have some ways of potentially dealing with biter eggs. We can just admit that we're gonna fluff up and put down a bunch of turrets. We can try to do some kind of timing system where after so and so much time from the fact that we have detected biter eggs, we'll sound an alarm and start yeeting them into space. How would we do that? We'd need a timer circuit that is triggered by biter eggs appearing on a belt. Honestly, that sounds actually very doable. Surprisingly doable. I'm gonna stretch as far as to say to worryingly doable. Okay, output priority is definitely right here. We'll get back to that soon. Just need to figure out the yeet line for these guys real quick before I forget. This here is iron. We only ever need to yeet the cheap resources because of the way we've set things up. So having this iron thing here, we could, if we can reach this wire across from here. Actually, what if we use green wires for the yeet lines and just combine them? Like, how far can we reach? Oh. Ah. That's plenty. I think that actually hit it perfectly. Enable. I'll have that be iron ore. Sorry. This will be iron ore. And this will be carbon. So if iron ore is larger than 0, then we enable this thing to put the iron ore on the yeet line, which will then just be yeeted into space. I think we read the carbon from here instead of this bit. So we can have something like this. Output priority set, of course. This can be one of these for optimal balancefication. No, it can't, because we cannot control. We can't control that. Can we reach there? Yes, we can. Okay, and that's the output priority, of course, needs to be set to the primary line. And this here will be ice yeet, which is there. Okay. Yeah, we'll have enough yeet capacity, and because that's a little bit of a gap, these guys will be able to yeet. So, I think that actually does it for our ammo and resource production. Which ammo type do y'all reckon we're gonna need the most of? Just looking at these. I imagine we're gonna need the most of normal ammo. So we'll have one belt of red ammo and then a shared belt of railgun and rockets. What is this Stellaris music? I love it. This is all going very wrong ways. We're a little bit too close to the hub. So we should move this, but also make sure we center everything on the hub now. Not that it matters for anything else than, you know, my personal satisfaction, but you know me, chat. Can't say no to some personal satisfaction. Oh wait, that came out wrong. You know what? I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to my guns on that one.